Learn to Paint Basics with Donna Dewberry. So tonight I'm going to do some strokes with you where we're using multi-surface paint. This is Folk Art Multi-Surface. It's got a sealer in it, works on glass, metal, ceramic, everything you can imagine, really. And then we have floating medium because we don't use water, we use floating medium. We have a foam plate with floating medium, citrus green, sap green, wicker white. So we're going to get started, and today we're going to start a new program where I'm working with strokes. And what I'm going to teach you, I have so many of you that keep saying, teach me, tell me how, where do I get the let's learn how? And I have many, many videos, but I'm going to simplify this. And every week, I want you to work with some new strokes that I'm going to be teaching you. And you have homework and you need to practice, and it's going to make a difference, I promise. Especially if you're out there saying, I've never painted, I can really do this. I promise you, you can do it. You don't have to know how to draw to be able to paint. Okay, so this is the first thing we're going to do. We're going to have different brushes. This is my one stroke brush, my pro brush set, the signature brushes. And I want to just show you that the difference in the different brushes as we go here. So I'm going to load this brush first. Now I have double loaders, which I'll share with you later, but I'm going to dip into the sap green and I'm going to come right here next to the citrus. Or if you put them close enough, you can go right in between both of them. Now at first you just go really fast and hard, lots of pressure, and you're working it up till it's 2/3. Now that was after you put the water out of here on your paper towel. Okay, so there we are. Now I might even dip a little bit of white and work that in so it looks lighter on this black. This is a black drawing pad with slick black paper, not construction paper where it's really dry. All right, so the first thing I'm going to show you is that I'm going to use a big brush so you can see it well. So here we are. We're going to come from here, from this line to this line, and I'm going to push hard to make it full, the leaf full, and we're going to stand up to a chisel. Now what's going to happen is I don't want that straight line. So this is what I consider a slider leaf or a one stroke leaf. And then I'm going to take the chisel of the brush, the chisel, and I'm going to take and I'm going to pull into the leaf. Now, how I'm going to do this, I'm going to share with you. I'm going to pull just that corner into the leaf. Now, I really like to push it so that it's nice and full. And you can't see, let me put some light green over here too. Let's do that. So see how you get that whole leaf shape. And then because I made it so much lighter, I now can flip the brush and turn the dark into the leaf. All right, so now I don't like to use 3/4 to do one stroke leaves unless I'm filling a ficus tree that's really, wall size. But I want you to know that these two lines that I made, I want you to see what happens. On the chisel of the brush, now watch, I'm going to touch, I'm going to lift, and I'm going to drag just the back edge. My little finger's pulling. Touch, lift the dark green, and pull the light green edge. So I'm lifting this edge, this corner, and that corner's dragging. So if you push down, like many people do, can you see that pushing down? Then you get a big line. And then many people, I'm going to go here and get a little bit of medium because I'm running out of paint. So I can dip into the medium because we don't use water. Okay, this is real simple steps. I want you to work on this and practice everything I'm showing you. I want you to push down and I want you to slide. And that's a big branch. So we want it thin, or it could be a little thicker, but we usually want it really thin. And then I can make a vine. See that? A wandering vine. All of this is with the chisel. Okay, there we go. Now, that's the 3/4 inch. This is my signature brushes with my name on it. It's really good. The best brushes I make. And then I want to show you something different. I'm going to come down here. This is what you're going to go practice, all right? And I want you to come to our Facebook group, Donna Dewberry's official one stroke group on Facebook. And when you come there, you share your painting and share your practice sheets. So or you can on Messenger show me how it's doing. But I want you to do homework and show me. Practice, practice, practice. Typing paper. You can go, I've gone to like Walmart and bought a ream of paper for $2.50 of cardstock and just paint, paint, paint. Okay, so now I have stroke studies that have a workbook, and this workbook has lots. It's printed full-size workbook that we send to you if you want to order the lesson or just the workbook. And then there is where I'm teaching you one-stroke leaves, where there's a T, and to do the T, I want you to see that I come this way because this is where I start. I push down and then I turn slightly and stand up. But I want you to see what happens down there. All right. I can start on the T again, push down, turn, and stand up. All right. Now I can really work on this really hard and stand up, stand up, stand up, and try to get a good tip. Now what I want you to see with this is people get unhappy because there's a straight edge. But also, this is a very inexpensive flat brush, and we sell this brush, but it's more of a craft brush. And so if you don't have a quality brush, you don't get the tips, all right? You don't get the tips that, you know, when I'm doing this one here, even this, I push down hard and then I stand up, but then you got to get to a tip, and it's hard to get a nice tip. So I'm going to put that brush away and show you the difference of my dark green handle one-stroke brushes. These are the brushes that are the best ones for when you're beginning, because they're a really good student brush, and they're less than $18 for a set of 10 different size brushes, many flat brushes, because I do a lot of flat and then scruffy brushes and liner brushes, but multiple flat brushes. All right. So this is how I always did my one-stroke leaf. I push there, and then I turn slightly as I lift pressure, and then you get a perfect point. You see that? Absolutely perfect point. All right. Touch, turn slightly. I'd like to share with you good, better, best. All right, so those inexpensive ones you could consider good, because if that's all you can afford, that's one way you can do it. But if you better are these dark green handle brushes, which is my value pack, and best is the lavender and white signature brushes. And with those signature brushes, all the specialty brushes have a rose painted handles that they print on those for me of my painting. All right, so I want you to see that when I'm doing this stroke, you have to do many things. You have to do chisel, pressure, turn slightly, and then slide as you stand, and then you pull a stem. All right, so that got to be a little difficult for some people. So this is what I now do. I call them slider leaves. And so you have this option, and then let me show you those. Now, this is what I want you to do to practice. I want you to practice on paper, no water. I want you to dip into floating medium occasionally. And we have little starter kits of paints and brushes. So you can check on my website, onestroke.com, ONE-stroke.com. Now, this is what in my workbook, I have a straight T and I have a crooked T. So a crooked T, I have, you know, just like you practice lettering, I have a practice sheets in there, and this is a crooked T. So what I want to show you on the crooked T is the crooked part is where you line this up. So I keep going over here. Do you see me? I keep going over here and working it in. And every once in a while, I can put white on the citrus so it really stands out. And every once in a while, you might need medium. But when you do a 12 flat or smaller, you do not need medium if you have it loaded properly. Okay? So I'm going to start here. I'm going to push down to get the fullness of the leaf. And all I'm going to do is stand up, and at the end of that, I'm going to push it a little bit more because I don't want a straight line there. and then I'm ready, okay, to do the leaf. Now let me show you that again. If I stand up here, I have dark on the right on the corner that's high and light green on the bottom corner. Now, which corner is closest to the end of that T? The light color. Okay, so now if I flip my brush over and I start there, I push down to get the fullness of the leaf. And is that light edge or the dark edge closer? The dark edges. And I stand up to there. All right, so then I just pull my stem. Remember, you lift the front of the brush, and you need to practice that. You need to come out here and practice getting these lines, lifting, getting thin lines that will go into your leaf. All right. Now, you can take this all the way down to a 2 and a 6 flat brush, but I want you to see that this is what I want you to practice with. I want 1, 2, 3. And then I can get a little bit of medium and work it in. And I'm going to go, oops, I'm shaky. All right, let's do that again. I'm going to come over here and do 1, 2, 3. You can see where I didn't finish. All right, so I'm going to chisel, chisel, chisel. And then I can do a couple more if I want. So I always start with the 3, and then I can continue to go. If I want to go longer, I still make the 3 in there. See the 3? Like I said, take your other size brushes that are smaller and work with those too. Because what happens with a smaller brush, we don't double load it the same way. We don't go here the same way. We load it all one color and side load the second color because it's so hard to do a flat brush really easy. The little flat brushes. So let me show you that. So I would get all citrus on both sides of the brush, and then I'd side load the sap. And I could side load some white. All right, so look what happens. I can come in here and do little teeny leaves. See, I'm out of paint. You run out of paint quicker. So you're going to come in here and pick up more paint. Citrus, sap. So I do about 2 strokes, 2 to 3 strokes, and I have to pick up more paint. Okay, and you only pull stems into each one of those. So this is your homework. This is the basic strokes with Donna. This is what we're doing. Every week I'm coming on with more. I show you problems. I show you pluses. And I'm excited to see how you like this so that we can continue your path of one-stroke growth. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.